Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys, that I didn't make it yesterday. Um, I'm still even messed up on my days. I can't even remember, like, what day
Didn't make it yesterday.
that I got sick. Um, Let me take this overlay off, y'all. Um, Good morning, good morning. Let me welcome everybody, Harry. Good morning, Miss G, Miss R, Tiffany. Hey, Quick. Good morning, honey. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not 100. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dawn. Everybody, the roosters are crowing, and there is my queen. Good morning, Dagmar. Good morning, Queen. Good morning, James. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Um, just gonna let everybody kind of come in here and get situated with your coffee. If you have your coffee, good morning. Good morning, Gina. So, y'all, I don't know what happened. Good morning, Captain. Good to see you. We've been missing you. I don't know what happened. All I know is that all of a sudden, I think it was Saturday, Friday night, even, I was feeling really bad. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks, like a Mack truck. And all of a sudden, just my chest, and I was running a fever. And I feel okay now. I broke the fever. My chest is still congested and I'm coughing. And it's like I am taking Mucinex. If Oh my gosh, Mucinex. If there's anything to do, take Mucinex. It's really good. I recommend it, in my opinion. Um, and Ricola. Ricola is what I'm eating on now, and it really helps a lot with that. But guys, it was terrible. Just all of a sudden, bam. Hey, Elmer, good morning. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody. This is a special day, everybody. I missed our day yesterday. I was on the phone with my queen, and we talked several times throughout the day of me sleeping and getting up and sleeping again. Um, y'all, I'm just gonna say this. You can ask Queen any mom. When I get sick, I go down and I don't pick up my phone even. I literally told my husband, you need to text Indy and let her know that I'm sick. Um, so I go down, and so just know that I will always reach out. Either Quick Vic or Queen Indy Mom will know. Even if I cannot get to the computer to make a post, because as bad as I wanted to come make a post, I couldn't. I just couldn't. Um, and so, when I'm sick, I'm in the bed sick. Like, if not, then I'll be up, right? So, thank you for all of the prayers. Thank you for all of the comments, wishing me well and wondering what was going on. I thank you guys for all of your support. You guys are amazing. And it makes me want to get up and do this every single day, regardless of whether I'm sick or not. Um, but I know, as well as you guys know, that when it hits you, and you just got to take a step back, and you gotta rest. And sometimes that's hard for me. That's hard for me to take, right? So anyway, let's get on with our day. Today is Tuesday, January the 10th. And we have beautiful weather here. It is 44 degrees this morning. The high is supposed to be 68. Supposed to be cloudy, but I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's, before we, let's see. Before we get into today's celebratory of Queen Indie Mom's son, Tyler, and his life here on this earth, let's look at a little bit of news. That way we can let some more people come in here. I'll have to look that up, Captain. You're always giving me good hints. Let me write that down, because I was... Thank you, Harry. Love you back. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen with you guys. Let's see what's happening in the world today. Okay. We are not going to talk about Harry. We're not going to do it. Okay, this is something I wanted to talk about. This is crazy news that I ran across this morning. Y'all have been up since about 4 o'clock. This says babies continue to die. Fisher-Price finally admits its defective sleeper has killed 100 babies after executives ignored safety warnings for a decade and only recalled it after 30 babies died. This is negligence. How sad is this? That you would have a product. Approximately 4.7 million units were affected by the recall. 4.7 million units. Okay, guys. Look at this sleeper. I mean, it looks safe, you know? I mean, I know this right here is something that even my grandchildren had. And so, you know, this is tragic. I mean, why wouldn't they pull it? Isn't one enough? One should be enough, right? I mean, and then you cover it up. That's not cool. Yeah, 100 too many. That's right, Dawn. This is, I know I'm scrolling up, but I'm trying to get pictures of the sleeper itself, and you know, yeah, who's inspecting these products? You know, I thought they had to go through, you know, right here it says the Consumer Product Safety Commission say that Fisher-Price Rock and Play sleepers, which were initially recalled in April of 2019, have now been linked to more than 100 infant deaths. Yeah, Janine, there are so many things in that. I mean, the things that the new parents buy today, if they only knew they didn't need all of this stuff. I know that there's some stuff that can really help you and probably would have looked really nice back 30 years ago whenever my kids were babies. You don't have all of the products, you know, that you did back then. We just, yeah. So this is something that has been off of the shelves for 4 years, but obviously um, it's hitting the forefront of the news today, and people need to know about it. Look at these sweet babies. Look at these sweet babies. These are the babies, some of them, and there are grieving parents today because of a faulty sleeper that someone didn't test and make sure, or they covered up and didn't want to see. That sometimes that's the problem. You cover things up, you don't want to see it, so you just pretend it's not there. It's the big elephant in the room, but you know, who cares? It's just a sleeper. I mean, you know. Let's see. I don't know if anyone knows who this woman is. Diamond, Miss Diamond of Diamond and Silk, dies at age 51 at her home in North Carolina, and Trump leads tributes to one of his biggest cheerleaders, saying, "Rest in peace to our magnificent Diamond." And regardless of where you come up on political ties, I'm not interested in. I don't share my political ties. But I would say that at 51, this is a tragic loss. I'm 49 years old, and Lord knows I want to be here longer than 51. So this is a sad loss, really sad loss here. Um, okay, guys, let me look and see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she was sick or not, Gina. Um, I know I just clicked off of that real quick. My mind is going 90 to nothing on what I want to do next. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, Janine. Look, I can remember my daddy, his arm doing this, or my mama doing this right here. That was our seatbelts. Okay, that was our seatbelt. I mean, you would never get away with that today. Never. Um, yeah. I don't know, Gina. I'm gonna look back into that, sweetheart. I'm sorry that I went so quick over that. That makes me feel bad. Yes, Elmer. Yes. Oh, a beanbag chair. I love beanbag chairs. Beanbag, Dagmar, is these little bitty beads. Millions of these little bitty beads in this big plastic pouch material, and it makes like a big ball. And you just sit down in it, and it's little beads that you. It's really, really cool. Look it up on the internet. Bean bags. Yes, that was our seatbelt. Okay, guys. I am going to let me see, how do I do this? Gosh, how do I do this? Oh, queen, queen, queen. Okay, guys. Okay, hold on just a second, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to get a picture up here. Okay, guys. This is Tyler Evan Lee Cooley. This is Indie Mom's son. And today we are here to celebrate Tyler and his life. Um, I'm going to invite myself and maybe a surprise guest. Yes, very handsome young man. Tyler was born September 19th, 2001. And yesterday marked the 3-year anniversary of his death. And I want to say today that I am so sorry to Queen Annie Mom that I missed yesterday. I know I was on the phone with you, but to be here to do this means the world to me. And it's an honor that I call you my best friend, and it's an honor to say that through you, I know your son. Through you, I know your son. And I want to say thank you for sharing him. Thank you for sharing him. Everybody, welcome Queen Indy Mom. Hey, darling.
Hey, babe.
Good morning. Surprise, everybody, surprise.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, girl. I'm so excited. We've waited a long time to do this, so it's an honor for you to be up here on this day to celebrate
Hard.
Tyler with us.
Thank you. It's hard.
I know it is, honey. I know it is, but you know what? Oh gosh, sometimes the hardest things bring us the most healing. And, just for us to honor him and to, bring him to life. I know as well as you, I know you feel this way just because I feel this way that I don't want anyone to forget Paul. And
No.
is that a fear for you that people will forget?
Yeah. Every day.
Yeah. Good morning, Chirpin Burp. Um, so let me ask you this. How much did Tyler weigh whenever he was born?
Tyler was 6 pounds, 5.6 ounces.
Okay. And
He was 21 inches long, though. He was tall and skinny.
tall and skinny, a long baby.
Yeah, he was.
um, and was he on his P's and Q's throughout growing? Like he walked, you know, did he walk early? Did he
Tyler was
walk late?
always. He was always an amazing kid. He did everything either on time or before.
Yeah. What color was his eyes?
He had beautiful blue eyes. Sometimes they would turn green.
Yeah. You could tell in his pictures that he is so happy. And y'all
He
look
always
so
had a
much
contagious
alike.
smile. He always had a contagious smile. That's what everybody always said he was known for was his smile.
Yeah. He definitely, whenever I look at his picture, that is the one thing that stands out is his smile and his eyes.
Yep.
And he's so handsome. He's just so handsome. Him and Paul would have cut up, girl. I bet you they're in heaven cutting up, girl, over us
Oh, I
being down
guarantee
here
it.
doing what we're doing.
Exactly.
Well, can you tell us mm, some of your favorite memories? Well, I know
Yeah,
they're
I
all
don't know.
favorites.
I
I
can
know
tell
they're all
much right now, but
Give me one.
um,
Tell me about the picture where is it in California? Are y'all in California on the beach?
yeah, that's our first trip to California with my sister. She had moved out there a few years back, and that was our last family vacation that we got to take.
Okay.
It was Christmas, actually, um, and we went out there to see them last year, or the last year that he was alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before that was a trip to Myrtle Beach, and we went to Myrtle Beach about every 2 years.
Yeah. Those are great memories. Those are the memories that you build. And
Oh
you could tell that he was so happy, girl. You could just tell he was happy. Um, Let me see if I could pull another picture up here. Let's see. Okay, here he is in his basketball. So he loved to play basketball.
yeah, he loved it. That was fifth grade there.
That's fifth grade.
Yep,
Look at
yep.
that
He played
smile.
basketball growing up the entire time.
That's awesome, girl. That is so awesome. There's no telling, that's the things you think about as a parent who's lost a child is where they would be today. You
Well,
know,
the other picture it's cut out, but he's also playing basketball in that last picture.
was he? That's
Yep,
cute.
he was always playing ball.
Yeah, we had a basketball goal outside of one house that we lived at, and the boys played. They would always have their friends over. This is when they were about in junior high, entering into high school, and they loved playing basketball. Just getting out there, cutting up, having a good time.
They had a basketball goal and a trampoline, and they had a swimming pool, and we had all that stuff for them too. They can't say they didn't have a good life growing up. I mean, there were
Right.
issues at home with my addiction and stuff, but they were well taken care of.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that they're just very well-rounded children whenever you look and see their faces. You can tell a lot when you see pictures. Um,
Right.
let's see. I've got another one here. This is one of my
Oh,
favorites.
hey, sorry to interrupt you, Tiffany. I want to
Hey,
say thank
Tiffany.
you for your video. I could not watch it until this morning, but I watched it and I appreciate it so much.
Yes, what a beautiful. She had me crying, girl. I mean, I'm a emotional mess right now anyway. Here he is with you, Indy, and uh, my favorite person.
That would be Tim, my
Uh-huh.
fiance.
That's my
Mel and
favorite
Tim get
person.
along just great. Tim is always cracking a joke and
Oh,
really picks on
definitely.
Melissa.
Oh, I
I
love
pick
him.
on you very hard too, so
That's right. We go back and forth. We go back and forth. But you could tell even right here, y'all have been out. Y'all have been doing, spending time
guess
together.
what we
And
were doing? We were playing basketball.
I was just to say, you're probably playing basketball.
We were.
Oh goodness. Good morning to
That's
everybody. If I
all
didn't
we
see you
wanted
come
to do.
in, yeah, he is, girl. You could just tell that he was happy and engaged, and um, what a life, that he lived. And I think sometimes it's weird. I don't know if you've thought about this. I've thought about it, that, Paul was 27, and I wanted to see him, grow up and be the father, grow into the father, and, that I wanted to see him to be. And so, um, I think in his life, he did so many wonderful things, though, that I look back and I don't see where his life was cut short, except for the fact of future things. Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's hard to think of what he would have been.
Yeah.
What was next?
Yeah, because
Tyler,
he'd be 21 now.
he would be.
He'd be 21.
My youngest son is 18 now,
Right.
and he doesn't want kids. Well, he says right now he doesn't ever want kids, but
Right.
Tyler would have
Right.
been a great dad. Tyler would
Oh,
have been
yes.
just a totally different child than what Toby is.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that I would have had grandkids. I don't know if Toby will ever get married or anything, but
Yeah, and that's where you see, you know, um, that's where I think more for you, the pain comes in worse because you knew Toby. I mean, sorry, not Toby, Tyler. Toby must be thinking about me. You tell him I said. But, Tyler, like you said, he would have been a great father. And even though he would have been just 21, you don't want to see him become a father too soon. You still
yeah,
miss,
I didn't
that.
want him to have any babies yet, but
No,
I still know that he would have been a great father, and I just wish I had seen it.
definitely, definitely. And I see that. I'm blessed to have heaven, but I'm going to be honest. It is so painful to see her grow up without her daddy. So I don't, and how we've talked about this, some things feel like they're blessings and curses at the same time. And God knows I don't think of her as a curse. I don't mean it like that. I mean it in the
Right,
sense of, it's so painful. Um, it seems like either way you go, it's painful because, I haven't shared with anybody, but I had to deal with a lot of different stuff on his end, with the wife situation. And so, that brings a whole new thing into the picture, and it makes the passing so much worse. Um, uh, so what was Tyler? So we know that his favorite was basketball. Did he have something that he wanted to do after he graduated?
Tyler had this wild plan that he was going to the dispensaries out there in California. He was going to move in with my sister, and he was going to start his own business, and my sister was going to help him.
Okay. Hey.
He had a shoe obsession. Like, this
Uh,
child was obsessed with Jordans, especially.
yeah.
He had it all planned out.
Oh, that's so funny. That is so
Yeah.
funny.
He knew what he wanted to do.
He wanted to get the hell out of Indiana and go to California and get into the
And I
dispensary.
can't blame him one bit.
I don't blame him one bit either.
I told him I'd go with him.
Good morning to everybody that I missed. I'm so sorry. Good morning. Welcome. Love you guys. Um, I am interviewing my best friend, Queen Indie Mom, and we're talking about her beautiful son, Tyler. And um, How tall was Tyler? I know that he towered over you like my son did me. So how tall was Tyler?
I don't know for sure, but he was around 6'1",
Yeah. In his
and he
pictures,
wasn't done.
no, no, not by far.
He
You
was
know,
big.
they say that guys don't stop growing until around 25. Um,
Well, I'm only 5'1", and I came up to about his chest.
mm,
So,
girl, I'm taller than you. I'm 5'3".
oh, I'm a
Uh, we
short little ass.
we have a okay. Took care of the troll.
Yeah, I saw that.
We don't need any fun here. We've got enough fun. We don't need
I'm
your.
on the wrong side of the keyboard, man. I'm used to being on there. I'm supposed to be whacking them trolls.
I know, right? This is the other side.
It's funny because I go into a chat that I'm not a mod, and they're like, "It looks funny to not see you in blue."
I know. Pretty much everywhere you go, you're a moderator.
Hmm.
If you
Most
show
places.
up, then you know they just moderate you.
Yeah. I thought about sitting down making a list of where I am, but
Girl, that list would be so long.
I think I'd get tired and have to take a nap in between places.
Yeah, I can remember when I first got modded, and you had to teach me everything. Do you remember?
Hmm.
You had to teach me how to drop links. Oh, yes, Tiffany, I see you, honey. I'm sorry. I'm just now seeing. I knew you were in here, baby girl. Just wondering if
Does
y'all saw
Tish
me. Girl, I see you. Hmm.
can Tish see Tiffany?
Um, can Tish see Tiffany?
I saw her ask a minute ago.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what she's asking. Yes, yes, Tiffany. Look, I like to say that I had so many people that helped me learn YouTube and learn the ins and outs. You know, I was on YouTube for about 2.5 years when me and Indy met. And that's when you were Indiana Mama.
Right.
And we met on Legos.
Yep.
And then we started talking. And we found Mike from Legos. And that's how we started talking,
No,
right?
we you started coming to Mal's then,
Mhm.
and Mal had done an interview with him over all that Frank drama.
Right.
So then we saw each other at Mike, and I was his first mod. You were his second mod,
Right.
and then
Let me
we kept
see.
talking.
Let me see if I could come in on my phone, girl. I'm trying something different today. Okay, you there?
Yeah, I got her.
Okay. Okay, everybody. We got 19 in the house. So, Queen, let me see if I can hear you. You still there, girl?
I am.
Why ain't I hearing it? Hold on. I didn't put myself in, I don't think. Hello, hello, hello.
It sounded like it connected.
Can you hear me, girl?
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Why am I not hearing it on that?
Wow.
Hold on just a second. Shit.
Thank you, hippie chick. No, Tiffany, I didn't.
Okay, I'm here, girl. I'm just having to deal with this phone.
Dagmar, are you guys in the mountains? No, we're not in the mountains. I'm in the hills and the hollers. It's
I sure ain't.
Indiana. There's nothing
I sure
here.
ain't. I sure ain't in no. in no I'm not in no mountains.
This is the hills and the hollers and the rivers.
Okay, let me get in here. Let me see if I can hear you.
Okay, Tish, be careful.
Okay. All right. I think I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now go smoke your
Whew.
cigarette.
Girl, it is hot. I've got a sweatshirt on and it is hot. Let's see what's going on in the bushes.
What's in the bushes?
Have a good day,
Chickens?
Tish. Chickens are in the bushes. Y'all, my leg is still bruised up from that damn rooster. So, Indy,
Ma'am?
I don't know if you want to share um how Tyler passed. That is totally up to you. Um but would you share with me um what happened and how you lost Tyler?
I will. He had a car that he wasn't supposed to be driving. He hadn't gotten his license yet. He had gotten his permit, and he brought
Mhm.
in one of his friends, or one of his friends was dropped off there. His friend had his license, or was supposed to have. They talked Tyler's grandparents into letting him leave with the car. I wasn't home, so they let him leave with the car. And come to find out at the end of all this, the kid didn't have a license. But they took off. They went and picked up a young girl, and
Mhm.
she was only 17. And they
Mhm.
took off, went and got something to eat, and they were on their way back to her house to drop her off. And they were getting pulled over for a busted tail light.
Mhm.
And um, when they got pulled over, the boy decided to run. We didn't know why for the longest time, but I guess he had escaped from juvenile correction facility up in northern
Oh.
Indiana.
Oh.
He took off on a high speed chase, and we have footage of Tyler's phone. Tyler's screaming, let me out of this car. We have footage on the girl's phone of the same thing. We have people in their yards watching them go by at up to 100 miles an hour down windy country roads. That the kids were trying to get out the windows. They kept opening the doors. They were hanging half out the windows, and they were running out. And the guy would not
Mm.
pull over for them. The
Jesus.
cops got on their tails, and it just kept building up through towns, counties, and everything. Ended up being like a 4 county wide. It was a couple-hour deal, and a cop ended up hitting them, and it didn't do anything, and they kept going.
Oh my.
And then they got to the end of a real sharp corner, and the kid went to turn and go down that sharp corner, and a cop did a pit maneuver on him and spun him out right into a telephone pole, a big metal telephone pole, and it hit on my son's side of the car
Oh my
on the
God.
passenger, and it killed him. And he was still alive when I got there, and I could hear him screaming, "Mom, get me the fuck out of this car!"
And there was nothing you could do. They kept you
No,
away from him.
yeah,
They should have never chased that kid.
nope. And now they've made some kind of different laws about it, but it didn't save him. It didn't bring him back, and it didn't save the girl's life either.
Right. So not only Tyler died, but this young girl, 17 years old, died too.
Yeah.
And what happened to the boy that was driving?
he got, he's serving a little bit of time. He gets out in 2031.
Well,
They didn't get him on any type of reckless homicide or anything like that. They got him for running from the police. That's it.
so, well,
So this
you
is
know,
why YouTube becomes so important in my life, because I don't sleep. I hear my son's voice.
that's right. I know you do, girl. That's something that, unfortunately, I don't think will ever go away.
No.
I'm so sorry, girl. You know, that, you don't want to lose your children to anything, but I think as a parent, that's one of your worst fears is a car wreck.
Oh yeah.
I know
And
for
he
me
was
it
only
was.
about, he was like less than 5 miles from me. He was about 3 miles from my house.
That's why you got to him so quick.
Yeah. I wish in a way I
Did
wouldn't have, because they wouldn't let me near him anyway.
right. Did they take him to the hospital right away? Were they able to get him out? What happened? Did he pass before?
No. As soon as they went to move the metal off of him, he passed.
Yeah,
The car was smashed. It was
yeah,
it was
crushed.
totally smashed.
That's just so crazy, girl. You know,
There's a couple
so
videos for the people that are on my Instagram. There's a couple shorts that are down to, they were newer, or they're older ones that somebody made for me, and it shows pictures of the car.
oh, I'll have to go check it out. I've never seen it.
There's
That's
also
just
news
horrible
articles.
ending. I
None of
bet
it's been easy.
there was no reason to be chasing kids like that.
Gina, yeah, he had a girlfriend. She was in, I don't know if you saw the one that Tiffany did, but she was in pictures with him.
Yeah.
Right after, it wasn't even 3 days later, she was kissing another guy in our
Oh wow.
driveway.
Wow.
And she was claiming to be pregnant by Tyler. She put me through crap too, so
Oh girl.
her name was
Yeah,
Caitlin.
death brings out the worst in people. It really, really
Oh, yeah.
does.
I don't know what she thought she was going to get, but she found out.
I mean, just, look at what's going on in my life. I mean, death brings out the worst in people. It
She
I
does.
went through so much, and as well as you did, just that alone, the girlfriend saying she's pregnant. I mean, you automatically want to take her under your wing because she's got your grandbaby. There's so many different emotions that kids have no clue what they're doing or talking about when someone is loses their child.
Right.
That was just mean, just mean.
I'll try to look up the news article and send it to you, and you might be able to share it to your community wall if you want to.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
I'll try to
Yeah,
find it.
yeah, that would be great, girl. That way everybody can uh, read it and see.
I know it's
I've read it before. You
trying to
sent it
think.
to me before.
Yeah, I thought I had, so it should be in our messages. I know it's on
Yeah,
Facebook and
yeah, Tiffany. You know, sometimes we do things and we don't know the reactions, or how can I put this? There's nothing wrong with moving on. We all have to. Um, I think though, as a parent, to see that happen, take for instance with my son, he was married, and I'll tell more of that story on my son's day. Um, Sometimes it
oh,
feels
Gina
like,
already found
oh, Gina found it.
it.
All right, Gina, you are good. Yeah, just young and dumb, Tiffany. That's right. We
Yep.
do things that are just, sometimes I can look back on things that I did when I was young and I could just think to myself, my God, my 49-year-old self wants to beat up that little girl, and it's like, no, Melissa, that's who you were at the time, and that's what you knew at the time. You didn't know any better. And so we have to let go of that. We can't just always beat up on ourselves. That's right. Any mom is a soldier, and I am
Well,
blessed
I hope it
to
makes
have
people
you.
understand. I hope everybody understands why I try to be so positive, why I try not to come at anybody negative.
Right.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I
No,
hate all the fake.
if anything, we stay away from it because, you know, life is so important. And to
You
have
never
those
know what
people,
tomorrow brings.
you never know. You never know. You never know, Indy. And so that's why we have to, take each day and live it to the fullest and try to keep all that drama shit out. And there's just some people that's all they know. That's
Yeah.
all they know. And they want to bring everyone else down. And I will not. I will not budge. Will not budge.
Uh-uh.
And, where there is unity, you cannot bring someone down when there is unity. And that word community means coming together, unified together. And that's what, we're trying to bring here in this grief support. Really, we talk about all kinds of things, but we do focus on grief a lot because this is what we know.
Right.
Um, and we also know that there's people out there who are grieving, and they've grieved for years and years, and they don't know how to move past. And I'm not saying we can ever move past it. I can't.
No, but you can heal some.
Yes, because I want to ask
You
you,
know
I
how to
want you
ask
to,
people help.
So how was your day yesterday?
Um, I sat here and colored, and which you were sick, so I didn't talk to you much, but I talked to a couple different people, mainly text, but I
Mhm.
was just kind of distant, but I was much more talkative than I normally am. My
Yeah.
sister called me first, and I sat here and colored most of the day just to keep my mind occupied.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
biggest thing that I did. I just tried to keep my mind busy. I attempted to clean house and got to listen to music, and that had to go.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
do
I'm so
music
proud of you.
anymore.
I'm so proud of you. I just want to let you know I'm so proud of you
Thank you.
because
I think I did better so far out of all the years. Yesterday was the
yeah, I was fixing to say this year I can feel in my spirit that it's going to be different for me because it's almost like it's time for me and you, girl, to finally start to
oh,
heal.
it felt a lot better knowing that you have so many people in so many different places.
Yes,
I mean, I
definitely.
got tons of messages, I got emails,
That's
and
love.
most of it was from the people that I love on YouTube. So
That's
thank
right.
you all.
You know what Larry tells me? He tells me, you've got so many friends on YouTube. Your own family don't even call you, but your people on YouTube love you, and that is your support system. And he has really helped me to embrace all of this because I can be quite distant sometimes too. I shut down real easy when I get too heavily burdened, and but
I do
this has
too.
really helped me.
Yes, it has me.
And I wouldn't go a day without talking to you, not
No,
unless I'm in the
not
bed
unless
sick.
one of us is real sick.
Yeah. Yes, we love our queen. Miss G says we love our queen.
And I love you guys. Yeah, I heard from my dad the day before. He had the days mixed up, but that's dad. So
Yeah. Hey, at least he called.
he did. He
At
said,
least
"Oh,
he
you
called.
answered your phone."
I don't even get that.
My dad doesn't know. I normally don't even answer the phone when he calls. I'm bad about it. He said, "Oh, you answered your phone." I don't remember what I wanted.
Oh, I'm better now about answering my phone. I used to be real bad, but whenever you get nothing but bad news, every time you answer the phone, you really, really just stay away from the phone.
I understand that because even to this day, after that phone call telling me to get to the end of the road down there,
Yeah,
that I kept saying, "Is it Tyler?" My youngest son kept saying, "Yes, mom." I said, "Is he alive?" And he said, "I don't know, mom." I mean, to have your youngest son call and tell you that just it breaks you.
breaks your heart. Yeah, yeah,
And for him to have to do that, his dad was sitting right next to him, his grandfather, his grandma, they were all together, and they make Toby call me.
that's just crazy.
And
That's
I still
crazy.
beat them there. I wasn't even, I had on some scraggly shorts and I hurried up and jumped in some pants and took off because it was so cold. January, it was 10 degrees here, and I'm standing
Right.
in a field.
Mm. So, had it snowed, or was there any ice on the roads, or anything like that would have made it
No,
even?
it had, we had a snowstorm a couple days later before we even had the funeral. So it was cold and there was some snow on the ground then, but
But nothing that would have made the accident even more likely
no,
through them chasing.
no. No, and then it was little things like the bumper disappeared from the wreck. They tried to say that Tyler's cell phone wasn't there, but I found it finally in a ditch.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't do a very good job collecting evidence, and what they did collect, they took a bunch of clothes out of the trunk. He was a teenager. He had clothes for his friend's house or whatever in the trunk,
Hmm.
and they stole his clothes.
What in the world? Why?
I don't know.
See,
They did everything really weird.
that's crazy. Hey, Vegas Joker. Hey, Miss R. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning, you guys.
We have Queen Indie Mom in the house. Um, yeah, it sounds to me like they were trying to hide the bumper, like they were trying to get rid of stuff. I mean, I just don't understand.
Well, I
I don't.
found out the first time that they hit a vehicle, the first time was the sheriff's truck. And the second time, when they got pit maneuvered and spun out and hit the pole, a cop did that too. So, and it was both on the bumper damage. And then the
Oh,
bumper disappeared.
right. So they were trying
So
to.
I think they were hiding evidence.
Hmm. Did it come out in the trial that he had um, been pit maneuvered, or
Um,
did they?
yes and no. It didn't go to trial. We did a
Mhm.
plea bargain because it was through COVID and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was in 2020, so we
Hmm.
were right in the beginning of COVID. And
Hmm.
it was just, I don't know. This court system here is just completely terrible. They're stuck in the 1950s.
Yeah, yeah. I know that.
They
Yeah,
do what
that's
they
how.
want.
Yeah, that's how they are
They,
here too, girl.
yep, they do what they want to do here.
So, how has Toby handled it?
Um,
Because
Not well.
yeah,
He lost his best friend.
and he's 18 now. So when this happened, he was 15.
He was 15, almost 16. He turned 16 on February 12th. So, he was almost 16. So
Hmm.
he had a hard time celebrating his 16th birthday without his brother.
Yeah. Hey, little bit. Yeah, I know
We got
that.
some new people.
For TC, he's it was his younger brother, and then for Toby, it's his older brother. So there's that difference there for us, and it's I know that Toby's had a hard time. I know TC had a hard time. He's finally gotten to the place where he can talk about it. Um, and I know for you, you had your coming together Thanksgiving. During that time is when um, you know you got back with your boy, and
Yeah.
um, I really hope that that continues. Boys at 18 are all over the place, and like you said, they're at this friend's house, they're at this friend's house, and it's hard
Yeah.
to keep
And
it.
that's one thing I'm thankful that Tyler's best friend has become Toby's best friend.
Yeah,
So it helps his friend heal, plus it helps Toby heal a lot.
yeah, yeah,
Dawn
definitely.
asked if Toby drives. Toby will not drive. He is terrified.
Oh, is he, girl?
I hate it. Yeah, he won't drive. He's terrified.
Oh goodness. See, this is the effect that a lot of times we don't think about, things that happen like this that cause PTSD. This boy is suffering from PTSD because his brother died in a car accident, and now he won't
Yep.
drive. Great question, Dawn,
No, he
because
doesn't want anything to do with it.
yeah, bless his heart.
I
I
have
mean,
begged him to go out with me and let me teach him. He's like, Mom,
yeah,
I know how to drive. I just don't want to.
yeah.
Why? Get your freedom, be able to go somewhere. He's like, no, because I'll die, Mom.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, he'll straight up tell you, I'll die.
Well, hopefully, being with his friends and stuff like that, that he'll, come to a place where he's okay with driving. I pray for him. I definitely do.
His best friend wouldn't drive anywhere for a long time because he was terrified.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well,
absolutely terrified. He said, "Nope, I'm not driving." And he didn't drive for about a year, year and a half.
yeah.
Yes, Toby's been to counseling.
Mm. Aaron says I went through that at the age of 19. My mom put me in driving school. Losing my cousins like that had me terrified. I had a really bad wreck. Me and my daughter-in-law, she had just found out she was pregnant with my second grandbaby. This is Becca, my first baby mama. Um, we had a bad wreck and we were both okay, but it could have been tragic. But we spun around in the middle of the interstate like 360 degrees, like 3 times. And to this day, she will not drive on the interstate. To this day, she won't drive on the interstate. Good morning, homeless. So, I mean, even for me, it really messed me up. That wreck messed me up. And I'm better if I'm driving versus sitting in the passenger seat because I feel like I'm
Yeah,
more
I'm
in
not a
control.
good passenger. Yep.
I'm not either, girl. I'm not a good
Yeah.
passenger.
Tim and I get into it all the time over who's going to drive. And I'm like, I'm driving. And he's finally gotten used to the fact that me driving. I mean, I am a better driver, honestly, but he thinks I just say that. But no, I'm really a better driver. But he just, he doesn't, for the longest time, I couldn't get him to understand it's a control thing.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I got a question for you. Miss G just brought it up. She says, "Let me ask you this first. Do you know the medium Tyler on Netflix?" I
No, I
think
don't use
I
Netflix.
think.
We were
Okay, well,
talking about that one the other day, weren't we?
yeah. When we get off today, we'll talk, and I want you to go to Netflix, and I want you to watch this guy,
Okay.
and then after that, we'll talk about what you feel about Tyler and
Okay.
all the signs that you get because I'm not really big into mediums. I'll just be clear with that. But this guy I sense is very, very genuine. He has a genuine gift and it is so beautiful. It brings such peace and joy. It has really, really helped me. Oh, a little bit says my husband, my first, died in a head-on collision, and I was scared to go in cars for 3 years. It took me a while to get back in the road. Oh goodness, a little bit. I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't go anywhere for a while, but
Yeah,
I eventually had to go to doctor's appointments or some.
right,
Well, I ended up in the hospital not too long after all of it because I just completely deleted my own body.
right. Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah, 3 years ago, February 5th, which is my anniversary, I ended up in the hospital and I was there for 4 days. I really didn't know even where I was, but I was very sick, very sick. Um, Good morning, Marianne Hope. Welcome.
Thank you, Marianne.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Um,
Yes,
what
same
was
to you, Marianne. Talking about you going to the hospital.
Oh yeah.
How sick you were.
Oh, it was terrible. And I think that I look back on it now, and that's what it was, girl. I just, I'd lost my son and my grandchild, and I was just, I'd had a nervous breakdown a year and a half before due to my mother, and I just lost it. I think I just gave up and lost it, and I literally don't remember 4 days of my life. Um, and since then, I've had to start taking better care of myself, and I've done that since I've
Mhm.
been up and about. Um, when you get down like that, you just don't care. You don't care if your hair is
No.
washed. You don't care. I don't go anywhere
Wear the
anyway.
same outfit for a week straight.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? It's just me and my husband here and my mother-in-law, and they love me whether I'm in the same clothes as yesterday or not, right?
Right. Yep.
I mean, let's
I
just get
didn't care.
honest.
The most important thing in my life was gone. I
Yeah,
didn't care what it
exactly.
looked like or smelled like. If you don't like
Yeah,
it, don't smell me.
yeah. You don't have to be around me. Um,
Right. Quit coming
I
to visit me. I didn't ask for you to come by anyway.
hell, I didn't even want to be near myself.
Right?
Oh, okay. Queen. So did a little bit. So did Queen Indie Mom. Yesterday was 3 years. She says I lost my son 6 years ago yesterday, and I was diagnosed with severe depression. I've never been the same. I can care less about myself to this day. Sorry for your loss. Well, a little bit. We are here to help you through this. I just want you to know that we both know how this feels. I take medicine for severe depression. How about you, Indy?
I had gotten off of all of it and I just started it all back
Okay.
because I saw myself sliding down again and getting depressed. So last week I started on it again.
Okay. So I want to offer you some hope a little bit, and I know how it
Medicine does
feels.
help.
Yeah, medicine does help. I hope that yes. Okay, you take lots of meds. I'm involved in mental health
Okay.
now. Okay, good. Hey, good morning, I Heart Pink. Welcome. I take a lot of meds too, a little bit, but you know what? I took these meds, I'd say about a year before I started feeling better. And a lot of it had to do with finding support on YouTube, and just going to different places on YouTube. And now we're building that here. Um, oh, it's okay, I Heart Pink. I was sick yesterday. I didn't have a live yesterday. I mean, it hit me hard Saturday, and I didn't get back until today. So you're fine, honey. But yeah, I take lots of meds, and one of them is for my heart. I take one for my stomach. I have what's called gastroparesis, and it's where my stomach does not function and operate the way others do, unfortunately. And um, I have a heart condition that makes me have an extra heartbeat, which it was so weird when the doctor did the heart cath. He was like, this is an anomaly. And he said it 3 times. And I was so messed up on that medicine, girl, that finally I looked at him and I said, what's an anomaly? Will you quit saying that? And he says, you have an extra heartbeat. He says, I've never seen this before. There's nothing wrong with your heart, but you have an extra heartbeat. And I was like, okay. You know, I thought I was dying. My heart gets to beating so fast, and that's what I thought it was. It was just beating so fast, but really it was just that extra heartbeat. So
That's
it
weird.
makes you, it is weird, and it makes you feel like you're having a panic attack. And you do want to start panicking, because your heart's beaten out of place, it seems like.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
And yes, Miss G, you're a nut.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
No, Miss G is a nut.
You just went through that, Dawn? Yes, I'm telling you, it is the strangest thing. They put me on a medicine called metaprolol, and if I don't take that medicine, you can ask Indy, my heart will just be, it's like beating out of my chest. If I miss one
Hmm.
day, it just messes me up. And I can tell. I can tell when I haven't taken it. And that's like the days that I'm sick. See, I make up my meds every week. And thank God on those days that I was sick that I had them made up so my husband could bring them to me. He took real good care of me. He was feeding me Mucinex every 4 hours. He was feeding me. Then he would feed me my meds.
That's their job.
That's right. They do is they. We've got really, really good men. We've got
Yeah, we
really,
do. 'Cause
really good
both of
men.
them have put up with a lot since we lost the kids.
Yes. And we have to remember them too. Um,
Yeah, it was hard on Tim, but I mean, he had only been around Tyler for about 5 years, but that was
mhm.
pretty much most of Tyler growing up too.
Right.
And they were basketball buddies because they were always out playing basketball together.
Yeah.
They if we needed something, they drove 30 minutes to the store to go get it together. Toby
Mhm.
would stay with mom, and Tyler would go with him.
Mhm.
So they were close.
Yeah, Larry had it. I mean, and he's still I've never seen my husband have depression, but when Paul passed, um for 3 years my husband has suffered with depression.
Yeah.
And to see him go through that, now I know how it feels for him to watch me go through mine.
Mhm.
And in the deepest, darkest times when I felt like I needed lifting out is when I lifted him up.
Yeah.
And that's what you do for each other. There's times when it comes to that, when even when you're low and that other person needs you, and you lift them up because you know that they'd be there for you, and
Oh
they
yeah.
do it.
He was. If it wouldn't have been for him, I don't think I could have walked away from the casket for one thing.
Yeah.
Because we did open casket with Tyler, and
Mm-hmm.
from from his neck down, it was all like hard paper. I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
open casket, but it was a big family feud because of my ex husband,
Mm-hmm.
and they insisted on open casket. So we did it, and I had a hard time walking away from my fake child laying there.
Right.
But it was still hard because I could still see him, even though he had 30 pounds of makeup on, and you could see where things were glued, and he wasn't him, but he was.
Yeah. I know, honey. I hated having to leave Paul. I couldn't stop touching him, and I just couldn't. I mean, I know it probably seemed really weird to other people, but I just could not. I didn't want to go.
No, you don't. No, you definitely don't want to walk away.
Because you know that that's the last time you're going to
Yep.
physically see your child. That's the
I think
last.
it took six people to pull me away.
Yeah, Dawn. I know for me, it took me at least 2 to 3 years to finally figure out what was going on with my heart. And to
Hey,
be
Mel, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, okay?
okay, baby. Yeah, mine is controlled now too. I was going to say that I even think that the years that I thought I was suffering from anxiety really was my heart condition. I'm not saying I don't suffer from anxiety, because I do. Not as bad as I used to. I can say that that's pretty much under control now with the medications that I take. Um, but a lot of it had to do with the way my heart was feeling. Um, Thank you, Elmer. Sometimes, yes, Dagmar. Excuse me. Yeah, don't take it with you, Andy. I'm so glad, Dawn, that you're feeling better. I can't take a leave. I can't take any uh, ibuprofen or anything like that. Any NSAIDs. I can't take any of that. My stomach won't process it or something. I don't know. It just sits in my stomach and will make ulcers, I guess. I don't know. It has been such an honor to have Queen Indie Mom on here this morning. What do you guys think? What a surprise, huh? What a beautiful story of Tyler.
I told you I'd come out one day.
You did. You did. I'm so excited,
When
too.
the time was right.
That's right, when the time is right. And everyone is saying how strong you are, and you are, honey. I just want to say to you that I love you so much. And I'm so
Thank
grateful.
you. I love you too. And
I'm
I
so
love everybody.
grateful. I know you do. Everybody, she loves you. Everybody, she loves you. Yes, Queen is a
I do. I
beautiful
appreciate
soul.
everybody.
Yes, I'm so glad you came.
No, Dagmar, I did not take the phone with me.
I wondered if you were going to say that.
I heard it. I had my earbud in. I knew exactly what she had said. Only Dagmar.
Oh, a little bit. I'm so glad you found us too, honey. I'm so glad. I hope you're subscribed. Make sure you share with your friends if you have anyone who is grieving. We talk a lot of different topics here that we touch on. Um, but we definitely talk a lot about grief, because this is where we are that's where I'm at. That's where India's at. And a lot of people are needing support. And, that's the one thing I wanted to say about yesterday, is that, 3 years ago I was curled up in a ball. 2 years ago I was curled up in a ball. And 3 years, I will not be curled up in a ball. I may cry. I may have some ugly cries, but I'm not curled up in a ball, because I have so much support. And it goes beyond.
Thank you for coming, Elmer.
Yes, thank you for coming, Elmer.
Hey, look, it's Slap.
What's up, Slap and Tickle? Good morning. Are you still on your vacation, or are you home? Are you home yet?
And no, Marion, I would not take my phone to the necessary, okay? I promise. that microphone might fail. I don't need to embarrass myself any more than I already do sometimes.
Bye, Elmer. Have a great day, sweetheart. Oh, you made it home yesterday? Oh my gosh, I bet you it was so beautiful. What'd you get me? What'd you get me? No, I'm picking. Oh, I want to go to Colorado so bad.
There goes Miss G again.
Yeah,
She wants my song played.
I can't play that one today. It's a copyright.
We need to find a
I,
different song that's not copyrighted for me.
I know. I've got to find one. I can't remember. Okay, Gina says you cannot prevent the birds of sadness from passing over your head, but you can prevent their making nest in your hair.
I love
Yes,
that, Gina. Thank you.
that's so good for today, isn't it?
It is.
Thank you, Gina.
Gina plans this day by day.
Yeah. Everyone that comes in here has something to offer, and that's what I really, really love is that, like I said in the beginning, we all have a voice, and Gina is our quote lady.
Yes, she is. I think we
Yeah,
all wait for Gina's quote.
we always do. That's right. Yeah. Okay, love. Well, it's been an hour and 21 minutes. Can you believe it?
We made it. I made
We
it.
made it. You made it. And
I'm not the talker.
no, you're not. But you did a lovely job, and we've got 18 people in the house. Everybody, please hit that like button and, yeah, show
You
some
can
love.
hit the Cash App too.
Hit that Cash App for Honeybees
$1
Homestead.
Honeybees Homestead.
That's right, Coffee and Chat with Honeybees Homestead. Hey, Thursday.
Hi, Thursday. Thank you for the email. I appreciate it.
Yes, Thursday we have Queen Indie Mom on the panel. Yes, Dawn. Leave a tip,
That's
Dawn.
one of my favorites. That's right. Marianne's show, one of my favorites.
Yes, Dancing in the Sky, the original. Yes, I love that one.
Somebody told me that anything 20 years and older isn't copyrighted. That's
That's
not
what
right, is
I've
it?
that's what I've heard, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know I don't know.
Well, how old Dancing Queen?
Mm, it has to be more than
It's got to
20.
be older. Yeah. Miss G. Yeah, I don't know if it's true on YouTube or not either. Yeah, I thought it was 80s. Excuse her while she coughs up her lung.
Yeah, please.
Just ignore that.
Whew.
No, I need
Yes,
milk.
yes, Dawn. I need razors and I need milk.
I love
Um,
the way you say milk.
Milk does your body good. Um, yeah, I'll definitely go check that out, Marianne. I know I've heard both
Yeah.
of them. I love that song. Um,
Yeah, I like the original.
mhm,
I
mhm,
think it's the one I made my
mhm,
video to on IG.
mhm. Yeah, yep, it is. Yes, your
Yeah,
name is
is that
Shorter
right?
Thursday. Oh, Miss G, you need Pampers? uh, Miss G says she needs
You did
Pampers.
shorten it.
She says she grew up.
Oh, wow. Through all the YouTube drama, I found you.
I'm so happy. Whew. I'm so happy about that a little bit. How did you find us? I'm curious. I am curious, and because I know I've seen you. I think I've seen you around. Yeah, we don't. We're
KFC used to go over it a little bit.
okay. I I know I've seen that.
I don't
That
subscribe to her, but I've never made one of her lives. Well, I've
yeah,
never spoken. I've been in there when she's been live, but I've just sat and watched.
yeah,
I'm a bush watcher for a while.
yep. Me too. I'm a bush baby.
That's right.
Okay, guys. Well, I think we're gonna shut it down for today. We've got an hour and 30 minutes in. I really like to keep it around there so people can go back and watch. I think this is going to be a big hit, Queen, because a lot of people are wanting to hear your story. And I think you did a wonderful job talking about Tyler today and really bringing to life your son. And he is so lovely. And and he is missed. He is missed.
Definitely. Yeah, he is.
We love you, Tyler.
Hopefully more people will come up and share their story and feel a little bit better like I do.
Yes, definitely. I want us to be able to open this platform to talk about these things, talk about our children, talk about our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our fathers. You know, all of us have lost somebody, and we can just help people through that. You know, we help each other.
Right.
Blessings to you, Indie Mom. Thank you so much, my girl, for coming on and brightening my day with your presence and talking about your lovely son. I believe this is going to be a big hit, like I said. And
I want to send hugs to Mary Ann too. I know
oh
she
yes,
goes through it too.
yes, she says blessings and prayers to all mothers that have lost a child. It shouldn't be like that. Peace and love.
And all other mothers that have gone through it. It's hard.
Definitely, definitely, it's the hardest thing that we'll ever do. Dawn says thank you for
It
sharing
is.
Tyler with us, Indie Mom.
You guys are welcome. Thank you for listening.
Thank you everybody for being here this morning and taking part in this beautiful story. Um, yes, it has a tragic end, but we have to look beyond that tragic end to see what his life was about. That's why I ask questions like what color was his eyes, or you know, what was his favorite foods, or different things like this, because I know for me that's what makes and keeps my son alive out in this
Oh,
universe.
one thing I want to add
Yeah.
is his most hated thing was a bully.
Ah,
He hated a bully worse than anything in this world. He would stick up for anybody and everybody.
that, you know what? Paul was the same way. He could not stand
Hated him.
bullies. Yes, could not stand them. And that shows the character that he came from, you know?
Hmm.
Because you don't like bullies.
I hate bullies.
I hate bullies too. And that's another thing we stand against here is bullying. Whether it's YouTube trolls that are bullying people, we just don't stand for it. We're not going to put up with it. Not here on this
Nope.
panel and not here in this room.
Nope.
Gina says, Honeybees is my jam.
She's my trouble.
Oh goodness, honeybees is ain't nothing but jam and trouble, damn it.
Miss G, can you be a partner on Honeybees Queen? I am behind the scenes.
She is
We
a
do this
partner.
together.
She is my partner, honey. She is my partner behind the scenes and in the scenes. Yes, she is my partner, Miss G.
I get the phone calls when we're trying to research and make up things, and believe me, I'm
Every
there.
morning at 6:30, I'm calling.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Miss G.
the
She is
1, 2, 3 o'clock phone calls.
But this is nice. This is nice, and I know she's talking about. Yep, she just said it right there on the panel. She's talking about you being up here more
Yeah,
with me, and I
well,
feel that would
that's
be.
fine.
Mhm.
We have to go with when I have service, though.
Right.
Like right now, I'm sitting here with 2 bars of service, and I don't always have
Mhm.
that.
Right.
So it's just kind of cut and go. I can't always do it. So
Right.
I may work on doing it more often, but I've kind of kept
Well,
myself quiet for the most part until now.
yeah, and that's fine. And I think that now that you've done your it made your grand entrance,
Right. I had to
you
find the
know,
right time.
that's right, baby. All that's the thing about this is we don't want to push people, but yet we do want to push a little bit to come outside of our comfort zone, because there is a level of trust when you open up to someone about your grief. There's a level of trust, and I totally understand that.
Well, and another thing, YouTube sometimes uses it against you, and I think everybody in here knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly. And as much as we try to protect and everything, sometimes shit comes out of left field. But
Yep.
hopefully people see that this channel is not about dragging anybody else through the mud. This is about us and what we're going through and how we can support each other and how we can navigate through this life together, including YouTube streets.
Oh, and Miss G, it's not my phone, it's the service here. It's just where I live. It's
She's got a great
podunk.
phone, Miss G. She just doesn't have good service. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I've got a brand new phone.
we'll definitely do this again. Um,
Absolutely.
I love you, girl. You're my right hand girlfriend. You are my right hand. and
Okay, I guess I'll do the right hand. What if I want to be the left hand?
well, you can be my
Damn,
left
tell me what
hand.
to do.
You be my
Why you
left
always gotta tell
hand.
me what to do?
Yes, you be my left hand, and Larry can be my right.
Okay. Tell Larry we'll swap back and forth.
That's so sweet, Janine, and I'm so happy. I'm very honored that you would open up and talk to us about your brother.
That would be amazing to hear from everybody that would be willing to talk.
Yeah, it would. It would. We've, yeah. Miss G said we're waiting for an evening chat again, honeybees.
No, Gina. I don't
No,
know.
no. Sometimes no. That's the thing is I got to keep the right hand away from the left hand.
Might get her in trouble.
Oh, you women.
Larry'd fit in well with this conversation.
Mm-hmm. He's in there having tea. Coffee, not tea. He usually has tea in the evenings. He's having coffee. Okay, gals. I love everybody. Any mom, thanks
Thank you
again.
guys for listening.
Yes. Um, everybody tell any mom goodbye. Show her some love. And if you missed anything, go back and watch the replay. And make sure you share it. No, Miss G.
No 6-hour chat.
No 6
No.
hour chats. No, no. I've got things to do. I don't have time to do a 6 hour chat. My life is not that interesting, I promise you.
No.
I'm the
I wouldn't
same.
sit on a panel for 2 hours, much less 6.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
Craziness.
I don't see it. Especially that 11-hour.
No,
Wow.
can't do it. Can't do it. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
It's too long for me. I love everybody. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I am going to go take some Mucinex and get me something to eat and start my day off, y'all. I've got some cabbage that my mother-in-law bought, and I'm supposed to be making some sauerkraut. So it'll be my first time making sauerkraut, Indy. Have you ever made sauerkraut?
One time. Long time ago.
Well, I might have to call you to get some tips.
I don't know that I could give any tips, but I made it one time.
Well, we'll do it together then, because I have a
Okay.
recipe. I have a recipe
Okay.
for it. Need to get it done.
All right, guys. I love you and thank you for letting me share.
You're welcome, love. Anytime, anytime. You know that.
Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Love you. Okay, guys. What a story. You know what, Gina? I don't know if I'm going to film it or not. I probably will do a little bit of filming to see how it goes, or I might just take some pictures and put it on my community post. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I've got a couple of videos that are in store that I need to upload. I need to edit them first and upload. So I'll be getting those out soon. I haven't felt like doing it the last couple of days, but I will soon. And that's a great idea. Maybe I will film the sauerkraut. We'll see what happens. I want to say thank you to everybody that was in the chat this morning and for all the support that you have shown to Indie Mom. This means the world to both of us. A lot of you don't know this, but my queen is behind the scenes on everything that goes on with this channel. She is my partner. And we feel like we're on a path now to help others heal. And in helping others, our healing comes too. Haven't done the butter yet, Gina, but you know what? I need to write that down because that's exactly what I was thinking about. Gotcha, girlfriend. Thank you for reminding me. My mind just gets caught up in all this other stuff going on. And I've got to try to keep myself busy. Oh, thank you, Gina. That's so funny that you say that because my husband calls me Queen Honeybees. Well, I love every single one of you. Thank you for the Cash App. Whoever just sent the Cash App, I don't know who it is yet. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate everything. I really, really do. Please back out and hit that like button and share this with anyone that you know who may be grieving or going through grief. Maybe they've lost a loved one or even a child, and they need a safe place to come. And we welcome you with open arms. And I hope that this can be a place of healing, that you can come. Um, thank you, everybody, for being here. Everybody, have a blessed day. Honeybees out.